If you are a gamer or a fan of the gaming community, then you can relate to the thrill of a new release in the market. It is a most awaited event, with enthusiasts eagerly anticipating receiving and testing the latest components and upgrading their previous technologies. Similarly, if you are in this circle, you have been a witness to the disappointment gamers have been through for the better of 2 years now, with them wanting to fulfill their desires and the market hugely letting them down. Even though more than 6 million people have managed to secure a PlayStation 5 since the release of Sony's next-gen gaming console in November of 2020, millions more are still struggling to get their hands on this new gadget. Its existence, as well as that of Microsoft's next-gen Xbox Series X, continuously seems like the sacred whispers due to their lack. Unfortunately, this will be the case for most gamers, as the shortage is predicted by Intel's CEO to continue till 2023. Hence, the situation begs the question, what are the main factors contributing to the shortage of both PS5 and Series X, considering they are both from different companies? When will the current PS5 out of stock and Series X situation change? Finally, is there a way around the dilemma that most gamers find themselves in? Don't you worry, by the end of this video, you will have an answer to all the above questions. Reasons for PS5 and Series X shortage. There are countless reasons for the current situation, although the top 3 that carries most of the blame include: 1. Global chip shortage. In the world of technology, most items are dependent on semiconductors used to create computer chips. This applies to computers, phones, electric cars, and gaming consoles. Therefore, when the pandemic hit in 2019 and everyone had to work from home, the need for both personal computers and other electronic systems skyrocketed. In turn, this created a vast market for semiconductors from all industries. Unfortunately, since no company manufactures its own semiconductor, the chain for outsourcing semiconductors all led to one company, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, which at this point could not handle the demand created. At this point, it was not just Microsoft and Sony competing for the semiconductors, but the whole world and simultaneously. Therefore, this meant production of these gaming consoles had to be slowed down if not halted altogether. 2. Shipping crises. With half the world under lockdown and companies closing due to the pandemic, global trade was heavily strained. As a result, supply chains got interfered with or disbanded. This meant that even if these companies had already produced gaming consoles, they could not get them to their customers across the ocean. Consequently, the lack of labor force to load and offload these items also played a big part in delaying distribution. At some point, it was reported by the New York Times that the demand vastly surpassed the shipping containers' capacity for transport. With these factors considered, the stock in the market was cleared with no replacements, leading to the PS5 out of stock or Series X out of stock banners across the globe. 3. Trump's trade wars. In 2020, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, in a trade war against China, imposed restrictions on the Semiconductor Manufacturing International Corporation, the top chipmaker in China. The regulation kept SMIC from receiving certain technologies from U.S. companies without a license, which was attributed to the fear that these technologies would be used for military activities. Therefore, companies with U.S. ties could not outsource SMIC as their chip producers. This added to the existing strain on the few companies that can produce semiconductors for U.S. companies. 4. Bots and scalpers. Due to the low manufacturing rate of the game consoles, Microsoft and Sony faced the reality of bots and scalpers. These middlemen buy all the produced items and resell them to the average population at exorbitant prices. Once they believe all the releases, they attain market dominance and exploit it. Although most e-commerce sites have tried to put measures around this, they still find ways around it with time, leaving the average population in danger of being charged close to 3 times the regular price. How can I improve my chances? Although the situation is dire, it does not mean that both the PS5 and Series X are not getting to the market. The problem is when they do, they find an already set system to fill, and you are not one of them. However, there are a few steps that you can follow to ensure that you are part of the already set market. Some of these steps include: 1. Set up an account and sign in. When battling for an item on an online platform, every second counts. Therefore, you can save the time between signing in and setting your payment by doing it beforehand. This ensures that you are among the first people to be considered once the item is available. 2. Open multiple browsers. Having multiple venues to purchase from us will be an advantage to you. Therefore, use all the available gadgets to you and open numerous browsers to retail sites of your choice to get you ahead of the curve. 3. Ensure you have an email confirmation. There are many ways to lose your money online without receiving the item you purchased. It is therefore crucial to ensure your purchase has a linked email to ascertain when the purchase goes through and your Series X or PS5 is on its way. 4. Don't tire. The whole process of waiting for your turn and you miss out again can be very disappointing. It is essential not to give up while in the mill. This is because most retailers release these consoles over 30 minutes. Therefore, even though you might run into a PS5 out-of-stock sign, there might be a new patch upon refreshing the tab. 5. Check for inventory restock. Most online stores such as Walmart, Target, Amazon, and eBay keep inventories on the items in their possession. Even though the price might differ from site to site, this is a great way to find your ideal console if you don't mind the prices. Bottom line, the out-of-stock signs for the PS5 and the Series X might take longer to get off the shelves than earlier anticipated. However, this does not mean that you must wait as long to get your favorite piece. With a bit of patience and lots of cunning attributes, you will eventually get it home.